The ATR-72 is a twin-engine turboprop short-haul regional airliner built by the French-Italian aircraft manufacturer ATR. A stretched variant of the ATR-42, the aircraft seats up to 74 passengers in a single-class configuration, and is operated by a two-pilot crew. Development: the ATR-72 was developed from the ATR-42 in order to increase the seating capacity by stretching the fuselage by 4.5 meters, increasing the wingspan, adding more powerful engines, and increasing fuel capacity by approximately 10%. The 72 was announced in 1986, and made its maiden flight on October 27, 1988. 1 year later, on October 27, 1989, Finnair became the first airline to put the aircraft into service. Since then, at least 408 ATR-72s have been delivered worldwide, with orders pending on at least 28 more. Design: passengers are boarded using the rear door as the front door is used to load cargo. Finnair ordered their ATR-72s with a front passenger door so that they could use the jet bridges at Helsinki Eurovanna Airport. Air New Zealand's standard rear-door aircraft can use jet bridges at airports with this equipment. A tail stand must be installed when passengers are boarding or disembarking in case the nose lifts off the ground, which is common if the aircraft is loaded or unloaded incorrectly. The ATR aircraft does not have an auxiliary power unit as normally equipped. The APU is an option and would be placed in the C4 cargo section. Most air carriers normally equip the aircraft with a propeller brake that stops the propeller on the number 2 engine, allowing the turbine to run and provide air and power to the aircraft without the propeller spinning. The downside to the prop brake is improper usage. Many airlines have burned out these brakes, so some companies have removed them from the aircraft entirely. Variants: ATR-72 Euro 100, two subtypes were marketed as the 100 series. ATR-72 Euro 101, initial production variant with front and rear passenger doors, powered by two PW124B engines and certified in September 1989. ATR-72 Euro 102, initial production variant with a front cargo door and a rear passenger door, powered by two PW124B engines and certified in December 1989. ATR-72 Euro 200. Two subtypes were marketed as the 200 series. The A200 was the original production version, powered by Pratt & Whitney Canada PW124B engines rated at 2,400 shp. ATR-72 Euro 201, higher maximum takeoff weight variant of the A101, a PW124B powered variant certified in September 1989. ATR-72 Euro 202, higher maximum takeoff weight variant of the A102, a PW124B powered variant certified in December 1989. ATR-72 Euro 210, two subtypes were marketed as the 210 series. The A211 is AA200 with PW127 engines producing 2,750 shp each for improved performance in hot and high altitude conditions. Difference between the subtypes is the type of doors, emergency exits. ATR-72 Euro 211, PW127 powered variant certified in December 1992. ATR-72 Euro 212, PW127 powered variant certified in December 1992. ATR-72 Euro 500. ATR-72-212A, marketed as the A500 and certified in January 1997 with either PW127F or PW127M engines. The A212A is an upgraded version of the A210 using 6-bladed propellers on otherwise identical PW127F engines. Other improvements include higher maximum weights and superior performance, as well as greater automation of power management to ease pilot workload. ATR-72 Euro 600. The A600 series aircraft was announced in October 2007. The first deliveries were planned for the second half of 2010. The new ATR-42 Euro 600 and 72 Euro 600 feature a number of improvements over previous versions. They are powered by the new PW127M engines, which enable a 5% increase in takeoff power called for by a boost function as needed, only when called for by the takeoff conditions. The flight deck features 5 wide LCD screens. A multi-purpose computer aims at increasing flight safety and operational capabilities, and new Thales-made avionics provide RNP capabilities. Finally, the aircraft feature lighter seats and larger overhead baggage bins. The prototype ATR-72 a Euro 600 first flew on July 24, 2009. It had been converted from an ATR-72 a Euro 500. The ATR-72 a Euro 600 series launch customer is Royal Air Maroc Express. Air New Zealand announced in October 2011 that it would purchase 12 new ATR-72 a Euro 600 to add to their 11 ATR-72 a Euro 500 regional Mount Cook Airlines fleet. Colombia and El Salvador airline Avianca TACA signed a contract for 15 ATR-72 a Euro 600 in December 2012, with an option for 15 airplanes more, to replace older Fokkers. The largest A600 operator is Azul Brazilian Airlines, with 27 aircraft in its fleet. Scandinavian Airlines announced that in March 2014 they will acquire a new fleet with ATR-72 a Euro 600 with 28 departures a week. Note: according to the ATR 42 and 72 EASA Type Certificate Data Sheet TCDSA 084, IS-3, October 17, 2012, ATR 72 a Euro 500, and ATR 72 a Euro 600 are the manufacturer's marketing designations of ATR 72-212A aircraft model with certain options installed. These marketing designations are not recognized by EASA as any new certified aircraft model or variant, and must not be used on ATR certified approved documentation, where only ATR 72-212A must be indicated. Other versions: cargo, bulk freighter and ULD freighter. ATR unveiled a large cargo door modification for all ATR 72 at Farnborough 2002, coupled with a dedicated cargo conversion. FedEx, DHL, and UPS all operate the type. ATR 72 ASWA, the ATR 72 ASW integrates the ATR 42 MP mission system with the same onboard equipment but with additional ASW capabilities. An anti-submarine warfare variant of the A500 is also in production and has been selected by the Italian Navy for ASW and anti-surface warfare duties. Italy's order of 4 aircraft will begin deliveries in 2012. For the ASW and ASUW missions, the aircraft will be armed with a pod-mounted machine gun, lightweight aerial torpedoes, anti-surface missiles, and depth charges. They will also be equipped with the Emasco's maritime surveillance system of Thales, as well as electronic warfare and reconnaissance systems, and will also be used for maritime search and rescue operations. The Turkish Navy, which initially decided to purchase 10 ATR-72 a Euro 500 MPA, later modified its order to 8 ATR-72 a Euro 600 aircraft, 2 72 a Euro 600 TMUA versions, and 6 72 a Euro 600 TMPA versions. The 2 ATR-72 a Euro 600 TMUA aircraft were delivered to the Turkish Navy in 2013. Corporatia, a VIP version of the A500 is available with a luxury interior for executive or corporate transport. ATR-82A, during the mid-1980s, the company investigated a 78-seat derivative of the ATR-72. This would have been powered by 2 Allison Armed Forces Europe 2100 turboprops and would have had a cruising speed as high as 330 carats. The ATR-82 project was suspended when AIR was formed in early 1996. ATR Quick Changer, this version was proposed in order to meet the increasing worldwide demand of cargo and express mail markets, where the aim is to allow operators to supplement their passengers' flights with freighter flights. In quick change configuration, the smoke detector is equipped alongside other modifications required in order to meet the certification for full freight operations. The aircraft was equipped with substantially larger cargo door at 1.27 am in width and 1.52 am height, and the containerized freight loading is made easy by the low door sill height located on an average 1.2 am. It takes 30 minutes to convert the aircraft on ATR-42, while for ATR-72, it takes 45 minutes for the same tasks. Each optimized container has 2.8 am3 of usable volume and maximum payload is 435 kg. Specifications. Data from ATR, General Characteristics, Crew, 2, Capacity, 68 pitch, to 74/78 pitch, Passengers, Length, 27.17 am, Wingspan, 27.05 am, Width, 2.57 am, Height, 7.65 am, Wing Area, 61.00 am2, Aspect Ratio, 12.01, Empty weight, 13,010 kg, Max takeoff weight, 22,800 kg, Fuel capacity, 5,000 kg, Typical payload, 7,500 kg, Power plant, TUA, Pratt & Whitney Canada PW127F turboprops, 1,846 a kilowatt each, propellers, 568F bladed Hamilton standard, 3.93 am diameter, performance, cruise speed, 509 km/h. 316 mph, range, 1,528 km. 949 mi, service ceiling, 7,620 am, rate of climb, 6.88 ams, takeoff run at MTOW, 1,333 am, operators. Former civil operators, Denmark, Simmer Sterling, Gabon, Air Gabon, Germany, Contact Air, Eurowings, Greece, Olympic Airlines, Italy, Air Dolomiti, Alitalia Express, New Zealand, Origin Pacific Airways, United Kingdom, City Flyer Express, military operators, Thailand, Royal Thai Air Force, Turkey, Turkish Navy, Pakistan, Pakistan Naval Air Arm, accidents and incidents. On October 31, 1994, American Eagle Flight 4184, an ATR-72 Euro-212 crashed due to icing in Roseland, Indiana, killing all 68 people on board. On January 30, 1995, an ATR-72 of TransAsia Airways crashed during flight from Penang to Taipei. 4 crew members were killed. On December 21, 2002, TransAsia Airways cargo flight 791, an ATR-72 Euro-200, crashed due to icing during flight from Taipei to Macau. Both crew members were killed. The aircraft encountered severe icing conditions beyond the icing certification envelope of the aircraft and crashed into C-17 km southwest of Macang City. The Aviation Safety Council of Taiwan investigation found that the crash was caused by ice accumulation around the aircraft's major components, resulting in a loss of control. The investigation found that flight crew did not respond to the severe icing conditions with the appropriate alert situation awareness and did not take the necessary actions. On August 6, 2005, tune into Flight 1153, a tune into ATR-72 Euro-202 en route from Bari, Italy, to Jerba, Tunisia, ditched in the Mediterranean Sea about 18 miles from the city of Palermo. 16 of the 39 people on board died. The accident resulted from engine fuel exhaustion due to the installation of fuel quantity indicators designed for the ATR-42 in the larger ATR-72. On August 24, 2008, an Air Dolomiti ATR-72 Euro-500 en route from Munich, Germany, to Bologna, Italy, aborted takeoff after the pilot announced a smoke alarm. The airline treated the aircraft's evacuation as a mild incident. On August 26, an amateur video, filmed by a bystander, showed 60 passengers jumping from and fleeing the burning aircraft before fire department workers extinguished the flames. On August 4, 2009, Bangkok Airways Flight 266, an ATR-72-212A from Bangkok Airways skidded into a disused tower at the airport on Koh Samui. The pilot of the aircraft died and 10 passengers were injured. On November 10, 2009, Kingfisher Airlines Flight 4124, operated by ATR 72-212 AVTKAC skidded off the runway after landing at Chhatrapati Shivaji International Airport, subsequently damaging the nose section severely. The aircraft came to a halt just a few meters away from the fuel tanks of the airport. All 46 passengers and crew escaped unharmed. On November 4, 2010, Aero Caribbean Flight 883, operated by an ATR 72 Euro 212, with 61 passengers and 7 crew members, crashed at Gasimal, Cuba, while en route from Santiago de Cuba to Havana. All 68 people on board were killed. The accident was due to the prevailing meteorological conditions and to the wrong decisions made by the crew. The flight was due in Havana at 7:50 p.m. but had reported an emergency and lost contact with air traffic control at 5:42 p.m. On July 17, 2011, an ATR 72 Euro 212 EISLM was damaged beyond economical repair when the nose gear collapsed on landing at Shannon International Airport, Ireland. The aircraft was operating an international scheduled passenger flight from Manchester Airport, United Kingdom. There were no injuries amongst the 4 crew and 21 passengers on board. On February 13, 2012, Danish Air Transport DX627, operated by an ATR 72 Euro 200 with 16 passengers en route from Bergen to Moss Airport, Rygge, had trouble with the front landing wheel and performed an emergency landing at Rygge Airport. All passengers and crew escaped unharmed. On April 2, 2012, UTAir Flight 120, an ATR 72 Euro 201 crashed soon after takeoff from Roshkino International Airport in western Siberia. 33 of the 43 passengers and crew on board were killed. The crash cause was wrong de-icing procedures. The flight was from Tumen to Sagat with 39 passenger and 4 crew members. On February 2, 2013, a Carpetair ATR 72 Euro 212A flying on behalf of Alitalia crashed at Leonardo da Vinci Euro Fiumicino Airport in Rome while landing after a flight from Pisa. 16 people were injured, 2 seriously, including the co-pilot. During the interval between the crash that Saturday evening and sunrise on Sunday, the turboprop Euro, which had worn Alitalia's green, white and red livery Euro was repainted entirely in white. On October 16, 2013, LAU Airlines Flight 301, an ATR 72 Euro 600 crashed into the Mekong River whilst on approach to Pax International Airport, Laos, killing all 49 people on board. This incident marks the first ATR 72 Euro 600 to be written off in a crash. On July 23, 2014, TransAsia Airways Flight 222, an ATR 72-500 crashed into hard ground whilst attempting an emergency landing on approach to Megong in Taiwan's Peng County in the Taiwan Strait, killing 48 to 51 people and injuring 8. See also: Related development, ATR 42, aircraft of comparable role, configuration and era, Bombardier Dash 8 Series 400, British Aerospace ATP, CASAC 295, Fokker 50. Handley Page Herald, Antonov 140, Ilyushin Il 114, Xi'an MA 600, NAMC-YS 11, Saab 2000, Indian Regional Jet. References, Notes. Bibliography. External links, official site of manufacturer ATR, launch of a new generation Euro ATR 72 Euro 600 Euro Global Aviation Resource article.